Check.
Check.
One,
check.
two,
Should
one,
be
two.
good.
Check.
We're rolling, sir.
We are rolling. All right. It's podcast time. And
Welcome
Ray,
back.
On a Monday.
Ray tells us he's got a tattoo. Please tell me, Ray, it's a little pink butterfly. Please tell me.
Yeah, so it looks disgusting right now,
Oh.
but because I got it on Saturday, so we're doing this on Monday, and so it's been sitting there for a while. So for those who are not familiar with tattoos and stuff like that, so the new thing is that they have a kind of like a wrap called the second skin, and it's a medical grade like adhesive wrap.
Yeah.
So it's very flexible. It does feel like it's a part of your skin. It's just there to make the healing process a lot easier, and makes it.
Do you know if there's like medication on the other side? Is it like, or is it just sealing up your skin?
I think there is like some like
Numbing cream.
antibiotic,
Yeah.
stuff on it, but it's mostly there just to kind of keep it sealed and clean and let it heal up naturally. Using the blood plasma as like the healing process.
And what is it? Bisotracin? I think that's what it is. Bisotracin, the ointment you can use for.
I just call it A&D cream.
That's what it's called now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called A&D ointment. Yes.
But that's what you're supposed to do right afterwards.
Is it itching?
So what?
Itching?
Yes, very. But the wrap helps so I don't be scratching upon it.
When'd you get it?
I got it on Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday
Evening. Shout out to Mitz over on Polished Ink on Main Street. She did it.
On Main Street.
Yeah.
What is it of?
So it is a digital grid design. So it's this is part one of a sleeve.
Oh,
so
wow.
the entire arm is going to be all done in this grid pattern.
They gotta dark it out.
It's already pretty dark. Yeah, that's the reason why it's all nasty looking right now, because it's literally just black ink right there. And there's parts right here because we stopped because of time.
Yeah.
But it's all just gonna.
Is it gonna color it in too in the open spots?
Yes.
See, from this angle, if your arm, it looked like eyes, and that looked like a face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like a skull.
Yeah.
A mask, or maybe the United States. There's a little bit branch out down on the right side, like Florida.
Randy will know what I'm talking about. Do that again, Ray. You shoot. That's Space Invaders.
That is Space Invaders. Oh my God, it's a giant space invader.
Maybe that for the next tattoo. Maybe that's what
Wow.
we'll go for.
So, are your tattoos personal, or are they just art? Some people get it because of the art. They love the art and they want it on the bodies. The other is like if you have a baby or you have a big life moment or something.
Yes.
That you
For
put
me,
there.
I like outside of that, I like the pain.
Yes, I was almost dazing when they were doing this. When Mitzi was doing this, I was almost like wanting to sleep. Like, it's weird. It's a weird feeling, and for tattoo people, they would probably understand this. It's almost kind of therapeutic in a way.
Yeah. Except when you get under here.
Yeah, places
muscle?
where it hurts,
Yeah.
it hurts.
This part of the skin is super sensitive.
Yeah,
When they get down here, it's
yeah.
wow.
Places where it hurts, it will hurt.
I hear the wrist is pretty bad. The top of the hand is pretty
The
bad.
one I did on my shoulder
neck?
hurt a lot. I don't know why. It's just right on the shoulder blade. That's where I think I felt the most pain. But everywhere else, I have one on my chest. I got one on my leg.
How about on the eyeball?
Ooh.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that's the thing. Or behind, or under the tongue,
Yeah.
Yeah.
or under the lip.
Man, there's some people that love pain and that they love that. That is like therapeutic for people like that.
Yeah.
Folks that like that stuff. I don't like needles, so
Yes.
I don't
I
either.
avoid them as much as
Yeah,
possible.
I can't do needles.
So
Wow.
each tattoo I had, they don't have any significant purpose or reasoning. I get them when they're like pinnacle moments of my life, I think.
Sure.
So like my first tattoo I got on my 18th birthday.
Okay.
This one I got
Musical note.
the musical note tribal symbol I got with a friend who was also getting their tattoo done at the same time, and they just turned 18. So I was like, you know what, I'll get one too. Why not?
No Tasmanian Devils tattoos. Or?
No, they're all symbols. I got one on my chest. So 3 of them were done by my sister, bedroom style.
Ow.
So one on my chest, which are Zelda hearts. I have 3 of them. One of them is half empty because there is I use this kind of as a pull for girls. I was like, I won't fill that heart up until I get married. So I'll have all the hearts.
That's
filled
nice.
up.
See, that's symbolic.
Yes.
Yeah.
A little symbolic.
Yeah.
It's mostly just to tease the women a little bit.
Oh, is that it?
The other one, I have a cassette tape on
Ladies' man.
my shoulder. On the back of my shoulder, I have a cassette tape, and then I have the Rockstar Game logo on my ankle.
Is it TDK or Maxell, that cassette?
No, it literally. It's funny because I don't even remember what it says. There is something written on the cassette tape, and I completely forgot.
And
what
where's
it
it
was.
at?
It's on my shoulder. It's on my
It's
back
on your shoulder.
Back of my shoulder.
Okay.
And then I got this one during the midst of the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
So this one I got when we all got furloughed.
You were bored?
That 1 minute we all got furloughed for a little bit. I went to Morro Bay, spent a week in Morro Bay. This was like right when the first lockdown got lifted up in the Central Coast. And at that time, non-essential places were still locked up. So there was a tattoo place that was getting fined every single day for being open in Arroyo Grande that was taking appointments only. I called them. They were fully booked, so I couldn't get an appointment until, like, I think 30 minutes after I called them, they told me someone canceled. Like, if you want to come in, you can come in right now. But you have to drive from Morro Bay all the way to Arroyo Grande, like, within a few minutes.
That's a drive.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say, I couldn't get an appointment, so I went down to the prison.
No.
You know, that's very Terminator looking there, very Terminator-ish. I always thought. I like the play button though. That on button.
It was a selective design. I
Very
love
Sarah Connor.
I
Very Sarah
love
Connor.
grid designs. I love the cyberpunk aesthetic, and so I decided
Very cool.
to go with the same theme on this arm. But this arm will be completely done up. I already kind of have like things planned out, and it's been in the process for a few months now. So
It'll have a little color.
just a little bit, but not too much.
No-
I just like
No
black.
pink butterflies or
Yeah.
no pink butterflies or red Snoopies or anything.
No.
No. All right. Well,
All right.
so
So
that's nice.
some topics.
Oh Lord.
So I wanted to ask you guys something. It's very radio related. So I had this conversation with someone very recently about, you know, we worked in radio. We've dealt with all kinds of personalities, especially artists, upcoming artists, right? So have you guys ever dealt with someone's demo and played it on the air?
Played someone's demo,
Yeah,
like off of a cassette or a CD or something,
CD or something,
or send us the MP3
or USB. If
If
it was good enough for radio play.
I personally have never played someone's demo. I played the first cut, and then they came out with the second cut, which was way better. But I've never played anyone's demo per se on the air. No, not me.
I had a feature,
Okay.
so I played demos.
Okay.
So it was kind of, local star.
Rappers, little rappers in here, or bedroom producers.
Yeah, correct. So there was everybody and their grandma, and it was an easy way to grab a lot of listeners
Yeah.
because they all tune in. And so I took advantage of that, and I had a bunch of dudes. I had plenty of
So
talent.
So being on the street, there has been a couple of times where I've been confronted by said artists or said bedroom producers who would come up and ask me to pass along their demo to either Randy or Rick or whoever, and I would politely turn them down because most of the time, or actually all the time, it was out of format. So that was the one thing I always used to do. And this conversation came up because I had a friend who also works in radio, had this happen to them very recently. And so my message for the people out there, if you are a hip hop artist, or let's just say if you're a country artist or a rock band, give your demos to a station that is in the format. Don't just randomly.
Yeah, let's start with that.
Yeah.
Start with that. If you're an R&B singer or you're a rhythmic singer or you're into hip hop, or you're into dance or something like that, send it to us. Here's the biggest problem I have with people in their demos. They don't follow through. They don't follow
Ah.
through. They'll call me sometime, or they'll send me an email, or they'll see me at a remote or something like, "Hey, how do I get my stuff played on the radio?" Send me the song, and and we'll give you a critique. And if it sounds good enough, then we'll play it.
And make sure you have a clean version.
Yes, make sure please have a
clean.
squeaky clean
version.
Squeaky clean. Even Eminem doesn't do that. Oh my God.
The radio edit.
The radio
Video
edit.
edit.
Yeah. But send it to us, and then like a couple days later, hey, I just sent you that. I was wondering if you got a chance to check it out, because sometimes emails don't make it through. Sometimes MP3s are flagged because they've got a virus on them or something like that, or a Dropbox isn't
Or it goes
right,
to spam.
Yeah.
or just goes to spam.
Yeah.
And then if you follow up, then I'll be like, oh yeah, we got it. Okay, well, here's what's wrong with it. Here's what I think that you could do better with if you go back to square one. Because if they're bedroom producers, they could go back that night and fix it,
Yeah.
or go back 5 minutes after I get off the phone with them and fix it if it's got potential, And don't think that one person's opinion is the end all be all.
Right.
If I say it sounds like shit, and you're like, oh my God, I thought, the next person could love the song, so that's the other thing, it could be just the best song in the world, and I didn't hear it, but that doesn't mean somebody else isn't gonna,
Yeah.
so keep trying, but be persistent about it, and don't, if we tell you no like 3 times, no means no.
Yeah.
But
Don't persist
It's not
after
gonna
that.
happen.
Yeah.
but at least follow up, and just don't say throw it at you, and and that be that it, because that's you got to be persistent. You just got to be persistent in life.
Revisit it in 6 months.
Yeah. And relook at it. See
I'd say not even that. I'd say a week later. Hey, I sent this to you. Did you get it? At least send something that says, hey, did you get it? You get it? Okay. And then, month down the line, hey, what'd you think about that? I know I hadn't heard back from you. I was just wondering what you thought about it.
Yeah. So I have two separate stories of incidents that this happened because I guess this happened to said friend who also works at another station back east, where they wanted a bedroom artist wanted their stuff played on the air, but it was just the wrong format. It wasn't a good fit for the station. And they got really angry about this to the point where they rallied people on their Facebook page and their Instagram page and hounded them because of
Now
this
you're
issue.
never gonna get on the air.
Yeah.
Never.
Or any station. Yeah.
Ever.
So there was there's 2 particular incidents that happened while being on the street. First one was there was a guy who was a part of a rock band. I guess he was part of a screamo band here in town. And there's a lot of screamo bands and punk bands in the valley. There's a lot of them. And so I understand that you want to put your stuff out there, but there's other stations for that. This said person comes up to me while I was at doing a classic rock event, right? At the Brewfest, at one of the Brewfests over on right across, was it Mooney Grove? Yeah. So comes up to me and says, hey, you work for classic rock, right? I'm like, yeah. So, hey, I'm so-and-so. I am part of the screamo band. Here, check out listen to my stuff real quick. And I'm like, all right, I'll listen. I'll play ball. So he plays on his phone and I'm listening to him. Okay. I'm all, okay, this is good, but this is a classic rock station, bro. If this wasn't made in the 90s at least, it's not going to get any airplay. Not from our station. He's like, what do you mean? This is a good band. We should, you should be playing this anywhere else. I'm like, that's just not how this works. Well, your station sucks then. And then yeah.
Well, and first of all, it's a classic rock station, not a new rock station, not a, if or alternative station or anything like that. Classic rock means you're playing classics.
Yes.
So, it's classics that were number one, were well known, all that stuff. But so the whole thing would have been, can you listen to my stuff? Well, it sounds great, but we're a classic rock station.
Yeah, it's
and, we play classic rock. We don't play new stuff. We don't play.
And I kindly told him and our cluster does not have a prominent alternative rock station.
Right.
And so I did tell him hey, you should go take it to other places, but we won't take it for us.
Even at that, I know for a fact, New Rock won't jump on some record just off the street.
No.
If you build a relationship, the way to go about it is once you build a relationship with the radio station,
Yes.
they will eventually use you maybe at upcoming events where there's a concert
Opening band.
Yes.
and a local group.
Yes.
Yep.
Exactly.
Band number one will be performing.
Yeah.
And they'll use you.
Yeah.
Right.
But
The other one I got was, how much does it cost to get my song played on the radio?
Oh yeah,
$1
moolah.
million
Yeah.
in cash. I'll take all one.
Jeez.
Yeah, you have to buy the station, bro. Buy
Yeah,
it, and
makes
then
no
and then we'll
sense.
play it.
Yeah, the answer is no. If your song sucks, your song sucks. Don't, you can't buy your way into anything,
So-
man. I'm sorry.
The second time this happened. So, do you remember at Mooney Grove Park they did a Christian rap concert? Do you remember? They used to do them all the time. They haven't done one lately.
Yeah, they did something at the ballpark, I thought, at one time.
Yeah. So it's Visalia. There's a church in every corner. So yes, there's a couple of Christian rap groups around in this area, right? So one lady in particular, I remember we were doing an event right in downtown on Main Street, and we're in the middle of the morning show with Elvis Duran before Danny was on board. So, and Elvis is a prominently open gay man, right? We can say that. This lady comes up to me, is like, "Hey, you guys should really be playing this kind of music instead." And I'm like, "What kind of music?" And then she started laying out all these Christian hip hop bands and groups, and I was just like, "Oh, okay." Yeah, so we're kind of a top 40 station. We kind of play all kinds of stuff that's usually on the Billboard charts, and a lot of these artists here are not on the Billboard charts at all.
Yeah.
So we wouldn't be playing. So are you against God? So are you trying to diminish the word of the Lord? I'm like, that's not what I mean, ma'am. But well, you guys are nothing but the devil. And then your radio host is, I bet they're all a bunch of F words. And she said that out loud and then run off.
Well, and you can't say that because we've had a lot of Christian, hip hop artists to break through.
Yeah.
They've had plenty of singles on Top 40.
Yeah.
Miles Minnick. Shout out to Miles Minnick, man. That guy's, and he's just one. It was like Joe, spelled DJO.
And Miles is he's from the Bay, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Bay Area.
Miles from the Bay. He's from the Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another Christian artist. I've got his plaque in my office, and I can't remember his name right now. But yeah, there's
We
been
had
quite a
Amy
few.
Grant who crossed over to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. She had the album Every Heartbeat and all that stuff on there. We play on my 97.5
Right.
all the time. But and I listened to her before she was secular.
Yeah.
Because I listened to some Christian stuff in the 80s and 90s
And Katy Perry.
yeah, and good stuff. Katy Perry before she went crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Katy Perry's was
Yeah.
very religious.
Yeah.
She was very.
Her dad was
When she was Catherine, whatever her real last name is.
Yes.
Yeah.
the Santa Barbara girl.
Yes.
Santa Barbara
The
girl,
Santa Barbara
where she was
girl.
14 years old playing with an acoustic guitar.
So-
Katy Perry, if you didn't know, Katy Perry was a Christian artist at one time. When she
Yes.
was growing up. Her dad is a
Pastor.
Is a pastor, yes, still is.
Yes.
And I'm sure he had some choice words for her when she sang "I Kissed a
a
Girl"
girl.
and I like it.
And went to space.
And went to,
And went to space. Yes. When she went to didn't go to outer space. She just went to space.
So what?
But anyway.
I wonder how that conversation went when she walked in. Dad, here is my soon-to-be husband. He's an elf.
Yes.
Exactly.
So that I would never forget those kind of moments, just because I was thinking about that very recently, and I was just, it's like there's some people who just don't want to take no for an answer, even though it logically just doesn't make sense.
They know internally. I know they. I mean, what makes you think that? Yeah, let's go put it in the studio now.
Right.
I can't tell you how many times I've had hip hop artists. These guys come up to me, Danny, here's $1,000. Can you put this on the air?
Mm-hmm.
No. And what you're doing right now can seriously put me in trouble.
Yeah.
This is illegal.
Yeah, seriously, I'd be fired immediately.
Exactly.
Yeah. For those who don't know, it's called taking. Was it moolah?
Payola. It's called payola.
By the FCC, it is illegal to do.
Extremely illegal.
Extremely illegal.
And there were so many, times when people they would send disc. You get your disc and you open it.
And then there's a wad of cash right sitting there.
Or drugs.
Yeah. Yep.
Let's be honest. Or drugs.
Yep.
And, they'll call you up. Hey, did you see my little something, something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got a time you're going to play that?
I'm sending it right back to you.
Yeah. You might find it. It's out in the dumpster.
Yeah.
I can't believe you would think
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. They used to slip money inside record sleeves back in the day too. It was crazy. It was
I paid
crazy.
him.
Yeah.
I gave him money.
Yeah.
They can get you in trouble because all they got to do is tell the general manager that.
Yeah.
And back then, general managers were not.
Let's just say they were a little rougher than they are these days.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were a lot more rougher. Yeah, I would sit down and this guy saying that he put a couple $100 to your name. Okay, he could say all he want, but I didn't. No, that didn't happen. Record never played. Check BDS. Never happened.
Yep.
There's
Not during my show.
records.
Yeah, not during my show. That never happened.
Never happened. Never
I
happened.
know, Danny. I know.
Yeah, we have a little thing called track logs. You can go back and see what songs have been played.
Yeah. I know.
That
That's
saves
crazy.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, it
in
does.
the event of these types of scenarios.
Yep. Or we've got a bit of a skimmer too. So, if someone said we say something, then we can go back and listen to it and say, no, it's not what we said. That's not what we
That
said
was
at
never
all.
said. Yeah,
So, yeah.
you're hearing things.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes they have to be careful once some things like there was a story about it's actually a Simpsons episode about the radio contest, which was the $10,000 or an elephant.
Yeah.
And Bart wanted the elephant. And by legal
Yep.
standards, you have to give him the elephant
Yeah.
if he wants the elephant.
Unless there's fine print that says we give you $2 instead of the elephant. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Most contests have if it's a prize, usually we have some type of buyout.
A payout, yeah.
Yeah. So if you win a car, but you can't pay for the insurance or you can't pay for the taxes because you usually have to pay the insurance and the taxes on it. If you can't pay that and the car, we can't work something out where you get a loan to pay for that stuff, then there's usually a buyout of X amount of dollars. Fine print stuff.
I remember
This way you're still a
I
winner.
don't know what station it was, but gave away a Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
A toy.
Yeah.
Oh, God. A Toyota.
Got him.
Oh, my God. That's just rough. April Fool's Day prank?
I think it was. I think
Oh,
Yeah, a
man.
Toyota. That's funny.
Man.
Toy.
I can imagine the listener that won that Toyota
Yeah,
thought they were happy.
I thought it was a great piece. I was like, that's genius.
Yeah, it is actually. It is. It actually is. But we've given away cars before. We did a lease on a car, and they had to pay for the insurance. They didn't want to pay for the insurance, so it was like a $3,000, $5,000. They got cash, so you can have the cash, or you can pay for the insurance on the car. Cash, okay, no problem. Cut you a check.
I had a lady stand there as I am giving away. Same thing, cash or take the car. Car lot, the Family Motors there, used car. It was a clunker.
Right.
It was just something that they were going to toss anyways
Yep.
at some point.
Yep.
It ran.
Okay.
It's parked there. It's a Honda. And she goes, I'm going to take the car. I want the car. Right, it's a car. Right? Like, okay. Come this way. Some paperwork you got to sign. And they give you. And he's like, got your keys. Let's go. She takes the car. And she calls the station. There's like 200,000 miles on this car.
Yep. Well, you wanted it.
You drove it off the lot.
Yeah. That's.
You didn't look at it before you drove it off the lot.
Yeah, and you didn't say anything.
You
to
didn't see?
us.
Did you check the
She wanted to-
odometer before you left?
Yeah.
She wanted a 200,000 mile car.
Yeah, she wanted. Hey, I mean, but it's a Honda.
Yeah,
It'll
it'll go
last.
3.
Yeah, it's gonna go. That's what I was telling her. I would see her around town, right? And she was driving, and she's like, "I gave it to my granddaughter as her first car," and I go, "Perfect."
Oh
Great
man!
deal.
So we gave away a motorcycle on Classic Rock one year, and it was a Harley Sportster. I think you remember that, right? We
Yeah,
gave a
with April.
Sportster. Yeah, and we had a buyout on that, but they took the motorcycle, and it was a shorter lady, and she it was baby blue. It was beautiful. I love this motorcycle.
Shout out April.
Shout out. And this lady that won it, she actually bought like $3,000 in accessories to go on it. She had it lowered. She had a different seat put on it. She had handlebars and things put on it.
Customized.
Yeah.
So this is the total opposite of that. She was in love with this thing, and I told her, you have to bring it by and let me see it every once in a while. Every year up until a couple years ago, she may have stopped riding or something, but for like 5 years, she would come by like once a year. They get it out in the spring. Her and her sister rode, and they go for a ride up to Springville or something. And she'd bring it by and let me look at it. I mean, and it looked as good as the day that she won it, man.
They used to do it with the rallies too. Back when the GA used to.
GA did their November
Yep.
ride. Yeah. But her and her sister, they had a good time riding, and they had that bike, and it's just a beautiful sportster. I mean, it was beautiful.
All
Beautiful
right, so
Harley.
transition over because we only got a little bit of time left,
Yep.
but I want to talk about the big story that happened a couple days ago. Also, the same day when I got the tattoo, the third assassination attempt on our U.S. president.
Yeah, so I think it was weird just watching the video. It looked like they got Vance out really quick, and then they like set on Trump, right? It was weird. It was like you hear Vance go, "Oh, we gotta get you out." Okay,
So
and then
many conspiracy theories about this whole situation.
Well,
It's
Trump spoke on
nuts.
it. Did you hear Trump?
I did not. I did
Okay.
not.
Trump said, as he's sitting there, and he said he told his guys that, "Do you hear that?" Right? And Vance is being dragged away, right? But dragged away. And he said, my natural reaction was he got the first lady and he covered her,
Yes.
being a husband, right? He shielded her, right? And because security, Secret Service is saying, get down, just get down, drop, right? And Trump's like, I'm trying as best as I can. I'm hovering, it's the first lady. And he said, he thought it was strange. He just thought it was what was happening was strange. I thought, bro, you hear gunshots,
Get out.
Yeah.
hit the floor.
It's almost like, yeah.
First
and
lady, hit the floor.
it's almost, there's something going on. And that's the one thing he's acting strange. Like the whole situation with not just with him, but the people around him, it's almost like either they're immune to the sound of gunshots, like they're now used to
How
it.
does a teacher walk through the doors of the White House with a pistol?
Yeah.
Well, and he checked into a hotel a day before. Was that? I heard
Yeah.
a little while ago.
Yeah. He was there for a while.
with a couple shotguns and a couple of pistols and
Ready to
stuff.
go.
It's like, oh my god, it's like the guy in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
He checked into a hotel and he had several rifles and stuff. I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy.
How is that happening with all the Secret Service that are around the White House that some teacher can randomly just walk through the door?
I don't think metal detectors are working right. See, I walked through two metal detectors today, and I walked through it, and I was like, "Oh crap! I have a pocket knife." I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a little pocket knife, but it should be something to set off
An alarm. Yeah.
Nope.
One of my friends back in Kern County, he was a bailiff, sheriff,
Mm-hmm.
and he carried a Glock 19. The Glock, he could walk through the courtroom and not set it off
Wow.
because it's plastic.
Oh.
Polymer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most of it is polymer.
Wow.
The only thing that is metals is just the spring, the firing pin, and then the
Around.
yeah.
I did see the sharpshooters though jump in everyone's way and jump in front of the president and everybody. They jumped into action and then they got him out of there.
Yeah.
But they surrounded him as soon as they heard the shots. I mean, they jumped
The
into
shooter
it.
was right on Trump.
Yeah.
He was able to get behind the tables, and he had a if he was a sharpshooter,
Yeah.
we would have a different story today.
Yeah.
I think there'd be some.
So I think there's two things that is going on right now. Despite whatever political party you associate yourself with, or if any, is that this whole thing about political violence is pretty bad. Like, one thing's for sure is that the gun violence is definitely not the answer to anything. That's number one. Glad that no one got hurt or severely hurt when one Secret Service agent did get shot.
He did get shot. Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh man.
But he's fine. He's there. He's recovering.
Still, the guy got shot,
Yeah.
man.
And glad that like it didn't get worse. But I think this was a complete failure of the Secret Service, and they need to admit that.
Again.
Yes, they need to. But the problem is, and I think like this is just something that I guess has something to do with Trump's ego. He needs to address that. He needs to stop saying like, "Hey, they did a great job and all that stuff." Yeah, so you didn't die that day, but that should have never happened in the first place. That man should have not been in that building in the first place.
They need to bring Bruce Willis back as Secret Service.
Bruce Willis does need to come back.
Protect the president.
Take him back to Nakatomi Tower,
Or
please.
we go back to the Terminator and we use him for good.
Yes, exactly.
Terminator 2. Terminator 2.
T2.
I'm telling you.
Guys, how about Michael? Did you see
I
it?
haven't seen it yet.
I did not, but I've wanted to so bad. I've been talking about it for so long, man.
Please
I
don't
gotta
spoil.
go see
Don't
it.
spoil it.
I
I
went
need to know what
yesterday.
happens.
I went yesterday.
Oh,
I'll tell you, in chronological order, what we see, they show us, is up to 88.
Okay.
1988.
Bad era.
okay.
Correct. And it ends there. And there's so much more. We got Michael for what, another
Yeah.
15 years?
Yeah, so they can make a Michael Part 2.
I think they can go Michael Part 4.
Probably. if
So,
they only
because
went
you have to go
88.
through the 90s. So,
Yeah,
'cause-
we didn't get
first,
to the 90s. We didn't get to the 90s.
So you need
Wow.
so if it stops at 88,
yeah.
so yeah, you need to
So
go into was it 93, 95 when the allegations happened. Then
So they cover up the Thriller?
Yeah, they covered Thriller.
That was it.
No, Bad.
Oh, they went to Bad. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, they
That's
went
right.
to
but
That
they
was
didn't
first
cover
day
any of the
filming.
music from Bad, right? No, just the concert, just the start of the tour.
Just the song Bad.
Okay.
That's where they ended. He was on tour in London.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was
That's the
performing.
start.
Yeah, he was performing in London, and that was the last song he.
Yeah. 'cause-
Wembley.
Yeah, you could easily have Michael Part 4.
Which I think there's more Michael coming. There has to be.
Yeah.
Well, and no Janet. There's no mention. No.
Janet or
girl-
Latoya? Any of the
Latoya-
girls?
No, Latoya's there.
Jay had something to say about that, though, didn't she?
She just said because of the emotions it brings to me.
Uh-huh.
And she's a very emotional. We already know she gets lost in her head.
Yep.
She has all the depression and all that type of stuff.
Yep.
And I get it. She doesn't want to relive those moments again.
Right.
Because it's so factual.
That's why she didn't go to the
Yeah,
the premiere.
Nothing.
No.
She said she was very impressed with her nephew's acting skills, which he didn't have any.
Yeah.
He's not an actor.
So on Jafar's on his performance,
10.
10.
Amazing. Spot on.
I saw someone said it was a quote I saw like on Twitter. It's like only a Jackson can play a Jackson.
Yeah,
Yes.
Absolutely.
Believe it.
I believe that too.
Believe
and
it.
the little boy who played Little Jackson, Little Michael, he oh my God. He was killing. His voice is incredible. Just the whole story. And Joe Jackson,
Yeah.
as we know, and they depicted the same parenting,
Yep.
which is, a
little rough.
He beat him.
Yeah.
And they show him beating Michael. He's beating the crap out of him. But this is a point I wanted to make. And I don't condone beating kids. That's not what I'm saying.
Right.
But if he had not instilled that way of upbringing with his kids, do you think that they would have listened to him and stayed with
That yeah,
Right.
that is a big topic of discussion. Cause they're saying if he didn't do that, would Michael be the best person he's ever been?
Yeah, and his brothers. I mean, they were older than him. So they could have left the band immediately and went chasing women.
Well, Jermaine tried.
Yeah, and he did.
he did.
He
Yeah.
actually stayed with Motown,
Yeah.
which was the best move.
Yeah.
Jermaine on his own would have never had anything. If he would have left Motown,
Right.
his
it.
career would have been over.
Yeah. Yeah.
He only got that because Quincy and Barry were there to save him.
Yeah.
on
His
Motown.
Barry was his daddy-in-law.
Yep. Daddy was. Daddy was.
Yeah, because I'm probably gonna go see it this weekend. It is definitely something I need to go do. The reason why is because I got.
Yeah.
Reason why I didn't go see it yet. I'm a huge Michael fan. I am excited. I just know that.
Bring a blanket and pillow. It's like 2.5 hours long.
It's long.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but I would have been okay. But the only reason why I know is because they shot the whole second half of the movie. That was the reason why that movie was delayed, and that was because of the lawsuit that's going on right now between Paris and his former manager at the time.
She's in the movie.
Paris?
His daughter, Paris Jackson, she's in the movie.
Is she?
She has like a cameo spot in it.
Yeah, she has a camera. She's like, sits down and talks to Michael, and they don't explain as to what her role is, but she's like somebody there at his home, their home in Encino, that's like a friend of Michael. She's talking to him about, it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Aw.
okay.
Man,
You
man.
know.
Yeah, but if Joe hadn't instilled
I didn't know that. Why'd you spoil it for me, sir?
No spoiler alert. No spoiler alert. No, he didn't do any spoiler alert, Ray.
I didn't know she was in it because she was so anti this movie.
Yeah.
She's been
Little bit.
She's been outspoken about being like, if you're gonna go see it. But she did. Her and her sister Janet, her auntie Janet, did not.
Yeah.
Want.
They didn't approve.
Yeah.
But going back to Joe, if he hadn't instilled that discipline into them, they wouldn't have. Michael wouldn't went anywhere. They wouldn't have went anywhere.
I believe that. I'm watching the movie. I was thinking the same thing. I go, these kids would have got lost in the world and not paid attention.
Same thing with Selena.
Agreed.
So
Dad was the same way.
I think it was Childish Gambino, aka Danny Glover.
Yep.
He did an episode from the show Atlanta that discusses about this whole thing, because there's an episode. It's a really crazy show. If I recommend watching it, it's a great. If you ever want to watch Donald Glover in his acting prime, watch the show
He's
Atlanta.
a great actor.
Watch that show. It's 3 seasons. It's really crazy. Imagine Twin Peaks meets, I don't know, and the movie Atlanta or Boys in the Hood. It has the little bit of the Atlanta ghetto side of things, but also it's very weird. It's very weird, but there's a lot of truth in the weirdness. He did an episode where he played as a Michael Jackson type character, an older Michael Jackson type character. And he explains it telling him from a lot of the great people have been beaten by their dads or had a parent figure that really beat the discipline into them. But a lot of them ended up coming out mentally not okay.
Yeah,
Right.
But they did great things. So there's the discussion, and that it makes you think, was it okay? Is it not okay? Is there a reason to the beating? Is there no reason? Michael would have been different if he didn't have that and still trying to work into that same discipline? Or you think, he would have been just some run-of-the-mill artist from the mid-'70s to the '80s,
Watching the beating, because my son asked me about that, right? And I said, the only person Michael was in fear of, intimidated by, was his dad.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't do him any good.
Right.
I mean, the beating didn't, it wasn't like it was, he was learning a lesson from stop misbehaving.
Yeah.
But Joe, the way they depicted the picture was, Joe was, grab the instruments and play. But Dad, it's a school night. It's 10 o'clock. I need to be in bed. No, you don't have it down yet. You and your brothers set up the instruments.
Mm-hmm.
It was that kind of stuff, which was kind of like military.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the trailer, something about Joe. They're sitting at the dinner table, and Joe's like, I don't want to work in a steel mill all my life. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, then you need to get serious about this.
Right.
Yeah. So, fun fact, I watch whenever I miss Michael Jackson, and I do quite a bit, I don't know, once a
I
month.
miss him genuinely.
Yeah.
Once a month or so, I go watch the This Is It rehearsal.
Oh, yeah. It's good
Movie.
stuff. That's
Yeah.
great.
Man, that's good stuff.
My aunt
That's
took
some
me
great Michael, man.
It's on
Tubi.
Tubi.
Yeah.
Shout out to Tubi.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Tubi.
thank you, Tubi, for keeping Michael going.
My aunt took me to go see that movie in theaters at the Lemoore Cinemas on opening weekend, and it hurts a little bit because it shows the footage literally the day before he died.
Right,
Yeah.
that was
That's the whole thing. That's the last
Yeah.
time. That's the last time anyone sees Michael Jackson. So
Yeah.
it's like, you feel a little closer to him for some reason just watching that. I do anyway.
And personally, if you want to watch something that's a little bit accurate to a little bit of his life, You can really watch the original '90s movie, American Dream, the story of the Jacksons.
Yeah.
That's good too.
That was a really good depiction of his early life, especially when he was really young. And I still get scarred from that memory where Michael messed a step, and then Joe's like, "All right, you know what to do." And then you see Michael go outside. He picks a tree branch and starts peeling it.
Yeah. He's gonna whoop him with it. He's gonna
Oh
whoop him with it.
man,
He's gonna whoop
I
him.
still I get goosebumps just thinking about that because that just hurt. That was hurt my soul.
That was like 90.
It was like 92 or 93.
92. Well, I was working at an urban station. The program director was married to the girl who played Janet.
Yeah, you did tell me about this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Greg Mack.
Oh, he's married to the girl who played Janet.
He was.
Wow. Oh, he was. Oh,
During that time.
gotcha.
And then the other movie
It's like
was
that marriage only lasts as long as the
As the
those couple of
movie.
episodes there.
the other one was oh man, I think it was called Searching for Neverland. It's the story about his bodyguard, which gives a real modern perspective on who Michael was during the time before he died.
His bodyguard, they reference him and show him a lot in this, named Bill,
Yes.
right? If you go to YouTube and watch the Michael Jackson, Prince, and James Brown piece, have you ever seen that?
Yes.
I want to say so.
Yeah, where it's a James Brown concert performance.
Yeah.
James Brown brings up
It's his
Michael.
It's his birthday concert, and then he brings up Michael.
Oh, yeah.
Michael does a little dance.
Yep.
And then Michael tells him to bring up Prince.
right, because Prince is there as well. But when Michael walks up, Bill is standing next to him with the hat, and it looks exactly like he does in the movie.
Yeah.
Right? You're like, there he is. You know, that's that same guy.
There's Bill. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So there's that's the story is like if I think it's called Searching for Neverland. I believe it's probably on Tubi also.
Shout out Tubi.
Yeah,
But
shout out to-
it shows like the final months of his life, or actually the final years of his life. So with him, his kids, him living in Vegas, because a lot of people don't know that Michael Jackson, when he was like away from the spotlight a little bit, right after the allegations in 2005, he was living in Las Vegas. When he wasn't like living in Dubai, he was living in Vegas. And so then the rumor was that he wanted to buy a house in Vegas. He wanted to do the Elvis thing, kind of like what Bruno is doing now.
Yeah.
He wanted to do,
But he was living
Elvis thing.
in the suite of a casino though, wasn't he? Like at the Wynn or something.
Yeah, he was staying at, I think it was the MGM. I think he was staying at the MGM. He had a penthouse.
Yeah.
And then he was looking for a house. That was the title of the movie. He was searching for another Neverland, and he wanted to
Right.
build it in Vegas.
Right. You know, a lot of good interviews with Prince Michael. I
Yes.
mean, he was really he came out of the woodwork because you never see him, and he's doing some great charity work too. So that's awesome.
I've been trying to get a part because he does a movie night at the Jackson residence in Encino. I've been trying to get so you can donate money to the foundations, like $1,000 or whatever. And it gives you a raffle ticket. That was the recording. We're almost out of time. So you can book or try to get in on trying to see one of these movies. Like he does these crazy movie nights, right? And you can go and be a part of that and hang out with the Jackson family
At the Jackson compound.
At the Jackson compound.
Wow.
I've been trying to get a part of that. So Prince, if you are listening to this and want to hook your boy up, I would like to hang out and
Can we make sure Latoya and Janet are there?
yes,
I'll go with you.
Or at least Reedy.
I want to shoot some shit. Maybe you can introduce me to Paris. I love her. So
Isn't that strange that he named his son after his arch nemesis?
his nemesis.
Prince.
All right.
Michael
I guess
Jackson.
the camera keeps going off, so I guess we're
Okay.
at the end of the air.
We're at the end.
Yep, I think we're good. Podcast done.
All right. Later, guys.
Later.